do better than Burnley, or they will be relegated back to the Championship. A reminder, we will have all the goals as they go in from all 10 Premier League games this afternoon on this Gillette Soccer Special.
Letting the conversation flow. Soccer Special, sponsored by Gillette Labs.
Dyson vacuums see dust in a different light. An angled beam reveals invisible dust. Carbon fibre filaments pick up those microscopic particles, and a special sensor counts each size. Here's scientific proof. Buy direct from the people who made it. Free delivery from Dyson.
You know that concert I was telling you about? Well, I was so close to the stage when I saw her, and she pulled me in. It was so unexpected.
The coolest thing I've ever seen. It was such a scene, but I look pretty hot.
It was so hot. I mean, the look on his face.
Face it. You really missed out on the best time
of our lives. You really had to be there.
When you're with Amex, you always have a story to tell. It's never a question of if it's going to happen, it's when.
So you've been upstairs?
Yeah. Been asleep for hours, haven't you? Naughty boy. What's the matter?
Sorry, how do I invest?
Sleep.
With confidence. It's not about how, it's
How
about
now,
who.
Bronco?
Choose those who help you see future horizons and guide you through the unknown. This is the secret.
Invest the simple way. Visit moneyfarm.com.
We need proven U-boat killers like you to go and do what they're good at.
Soccer Special, sponsored by Gillette Labs.
It's not gonna be.
Oh no, but I still don't want it. I still don't like it there.
The race is on. Stop City if you can. 2 horses or just one blue thoroughbred romping away from the field. They look like champions, but Liverpool will have a say. Liverpool have their swagger back. They're breathing down Manchester City's necks now. One swing of a boot could change everything. Manchester City in electrifying form. This Manchester City side simply defy description. The champions mean business. They're turning the screw. 2-2 at Anfield, 2-2 at the Etihad. They're side by side again. What these two teams are doing is remarkable.
Oh, 3 minutes up.
Playing now?
Title race like you wouldn't believe.
It's like a long minute. And it's full.
The relentless race. The top two have turned this marathon of a season into a sprint for the line.
Got two of the best teams we've ever seen in the Premier League, and it's fitting that we go to the final stage.
Manchester City, the reigning champions of the land. Liverpool still chasing, and in Manchester City's rear view mirror. On it goes, this extraordinary title race. Manchester City and Liverpool. Unrelenting rivalry right to the very end.
Manchester City fans are celebrating. They've not seen anything, but they have heard what has happened at Anfield. Clinton Morrison has heard as well.
Yes, I have heard, Jeff, and it's 1-0 and it's a mistake from Konate. It's just from a long kick, and Neto has scored here, but you see from a long kick here from Sarr, Konate misjudges it, and Jimenez is in. Jimenez does ever so well, sees Neto coming in at the back post, and he's pulling in, beat Alisson. 1-0 to Wolves, great start from Wolves.
It's his first goal in 15 months, his first goal since February 2021 when he scored against Southampton. He has scored today, and consequently Wolves lead at Liverpool by 1-0. And as it stands, Manchester City are going to be champions once again for the 4th time in 5 seasons, and as it stands they don't even have to score a goal. It's just Wolves' 38th goal in 38 games. If they win today, not only would be a great feather in the cap, but it would be a 16th Premier League win as well, and that would equal the club record. Eric Ten Hag is at Selhurst Park today. Crystal Palace against Manchester United. Ten Hag, the incoming Manchester United manager, he's just steered Ajax to his 3rd title in 4 seasons, of course, and he says they're going to play a game on the front foot and they're going to play a beautiful game, and that's great news for Manchester United supporters. He's going to need to be a hard man, isn't he? Crack the whip as hard as he possibly can under the circumstances. There are going to be wholesale changes as well. His first glimpse of Manchester United today down at Selhurst Park, which is no easy place to go. We got out. Wolves leading Liverpool by a goal. We've got a few technical problems, you might guess. Let's go and find out what's happening elsewhere, shall we? We're going to go and find out what is happening in the game between that Sue Smith's got. I'm not sure that Sue can see her game or not, but we'll find out. Norwich against... I know Paul Merson can see Sue Smith's game, but Sue Smith, can you see Sue Smith's game and what's happening?
I can see the game, Jeff. Spurs have actually started really well. The possession's been good. They've been pressing high. They actually created a half opportunity. It was good pressure on the left-hand side, combination between Sessegnon and Harry Kane. And calls to Harry Kane. He spins quickly, and it's a quick shot, but it's straight into the chest of Hanley. So good positive start to Tottenham, but it is 0-0.
Going to head off to do Arsenal against Everton. Of course, Arsenal, they know it's not in their hands this afternoon. Everton, of course, they've lost 20 times this campaign. Only the bottom 2 have lost more than that. But it doesn't matter.
They are, but
because
I just want to watch this.
I would imagine there might have been a party or 2 going on involving Everton fans. Hopefully not the players, though.
2 games.
Business to do today, Matt Murray.
The 2 important ones.
Well, the Everton fans are here in great numbers, Jeff, and they are partying. But the players on the pitch, there's been a lot of changes to his Everton side, and Dele Alli is starting, but he's down injured at the moment, so he might need a little bit of treatment. Every time Dele Alli's got the ball, he's been greeted with boos, obviously being the next Tottenham man, and he was brilliant when he came on. But this is all about Arsenal, and they have come out the traps, Jeff, so quickly. They're just whipping in crosses. Everton are probably at about, honestly, 5% possessions, which means all Arsenal, all the territory, already forced a couple of corners. Ball whipped in, dropped down, Odegaard, good effort, blocked. But Everton made a lot of changes. Richarlison not involved, Pickford not involved. So at the moment, Arsenal haven't made the breakthrough, but it's all about them. They know what they need to do. They have to win this game, and they've come out with great intent. But at the moment, they haven't really tested Begovic, but got into some great positions. Still 0-0.
Liverpool, I beg your pardon. Newcastle have got an injury problem. Joe Linton is on the deck at the moment.
Injuries
Tottenham
already?
have just had
Coming
a
in.
glorious opportunity at Carrow Road to take the lead, but it's come to nothing. The ball blazed over the crossbar. Let's go and find out what's happening down on the south coast. Brighton against West Ham. West Ham still hoping for a top 6 finish. How have they started, Bianca?
Started pretty well. There's not too much to tell you about, Jeff, in terms of chances, but West Ham have seen quite a bit of the ball. They've managed to get into a couple of decent positions. Brighton are on the tackle at the moment. Lucas Fabianski makes the save. I think it was I couldn't see who had the shot there, Jeff, but Fabianski got down well, made the save anyway. Just before that, Fornals launched a ball into the path of Michail Antonio. He raced onto it, but Adam Webster managed to get in between him and the goalkeeper to head the ball to safety. It's livening up. West Ham, as you said, they're desperate not to finish in the Conference League positions. They definitely want top 6 at the moment. 0-0.
Mark Noble making his 550th appearance later in the day today for West Ham. He started on the substitutes bench. You know, his first West Ham goal was scored against Brighton in the FA Cup in 2009. 7. That would do him. Manchester City have been doing a little bit of pressing in their home game against Aston Villa. Robin Olsen, who's playing in goal today for Villa, has just gone down at the feet. Oh my goodness, Olsen's just been caught in possession, as well as Gabriel Jesus has charged down his attempted clearance, and the ball has ricocheted just wide of the post. That would have made matters even worse as far as Liverpool fans are concerned, because they trail by a goal to nil. Pedro Neto, the scorer for Wolves. We're back with more in a couple of minutes on this Gillette Soccer Very Special.
Clearing the path to the action. Soccer Special, sponsored by Gillette.
I don't mute Jimmy ads. In case I get fucking think about that. So I'm just gonna look out for scores while the ad is on. Chelsea winning. That's a nothing game. Carl's on there, but it's not coming on the vid printer. I don't give as hell. Go.
Gillette Labs.
Could Aston Villa conceivably spoil the party at the Etihad? Well, they went pretty close, Merce.
Inches away just now, Jeff. McGinn gets the ball on the right-hand side. And Fernandinho falls asleep, and Coutinho bursts into the box, and it's a diving error. He's inches away. In the end, Fernandinho just gets back, but from bad position in play, gets back, clears it over. Corner comes in, comes out to Chambers, goes to put it in, and he smashes the ball into his own player's face, Dean's face. He goes down, so there's a stoppage in play. Still inches away, Coutinho, from making it 1-0.
Yeah, absolutely inches away from that. It was a terrific ball. Just couldn't quite put his head on at the end. Kai Havertz. By the way, Fernandinho playing his final game for Manchester City there. Kai Havertz scored for Chelsea after 11 minutes against Watford, back of the game at Anfield. How Liverpool responded to that early shock, Clint?
They've responded. There's a great ball from Robertson. He just plays it into the channel. Sarr should come, the goalkeeper. He doesn't. Diaz gets it, and he flashes it across the goal, and Mane and Diego Jota just can't get on the end of it. It's end-to-end. Still 1-0 Wolves.
I think it's probably end-to-end as well at the Brentford Community Stadium. Leeds United got to better Burnley's result today. Remember, they started quite brightly, haven't they, though, Dawes?
They have. Both teams have had an effort, and it was Sam Greenwood in the middle of the field for Leeds. He plays down the left. It's a great ball to Jack Harrison. Jack Harrison gets just inside the box, and he uses left foot, lovely left foot, usually defends it, goes, bypasses everyone. Gelhardt's running, Rafinha's coming in from the right. It's just too far past. Brentford go up the other end, and a great bit of play by Mbeumo. He goes past Furbo, free kick, and the delivery from Ericsson was nothing short of sensational. Everyone stretching, Tony's going, you think he only needs a touch, and it just misses everyone. Good start to the game, 0-0.
Back to Anfield, Wolves leading by a goal to that Pedro Neto goal very early in the game. What's happened now, Clinton?
Yeah, it's a good ball in from Trent Alexander-Arnold. And they want a penalty on Connor Cody, no, but then Keita has a shot, and it's a good block from Connor Cody. It goes out for a corner. Liverpool are pushing at the moment, Jeff. Still 1-0 Wolves.
Newcastle had some issues early in the game against Burnley, but of course, really, it's all eyes on Burnley today. They just need to equal Leeds United's result. I think their task might have been made a bit easier, hasn't it, Bodie?
Well, it's Jacob Murphy's had to come on for Joe Linton, he went down, he got stretched off. It was a bad tackle, and looked a bad injury in his ankle, so he's had to go off. Burnley name an unchanged team that drew with Aston Villa, and Kieran Trippier comes back in for Newcastle today. But there's not really been much happening because of that stoppage, Jeff, to Joe Linton, but he's off. Jacob Murphy on, still 0-0.
Roy Hodgson, his 382nd Premier League game as a manager today. He's in charge of Watford away at Chelsea, and he will not have enjoyed what he's seen so far. JD Dyer.
Yeah, exactly that, Jeff, because of course we know this could be Roy Hodgson's final game, and if this is his final game, he probably doesn't want it to end like this because it's been such a positive start for Chelsea. They could easily have come out here just today and just relax because of course their fate is pretty much sealed in terms of that third position, but the tempo has been so good and it's been coupled off with that goal now. Wonderful move down the left-hand side, the ball got switched over and Kennedy's first touch, he got the start today, and he's been so direct all day for Chelsea down the left-hand side, and he's put a wonderful draw across, and there's Kai Havertz. He's probably scored some easier goals this year, but probably none easier than that one, and it was wonderful to see that Chelsea have started this game. Honestly, the first tempo for the first 15 minutes have been excellent, and it's been topped off by that goal. 1-0 to the home team.
It's his 14th goal of the season, his first in 9. Chelsea, by the way, the only side in the Premier League not to have trailed at half-time all season long, and already it looks unlikely that they're going to be trailing at half-time today. By the way, Roy Hodgson has said before the game today that he may continue in management. It would have to be the sort of perfect offer, though, for him to be tempted to carry on. Mike Dean is in charge there today. He won't be continuing, not as a referee. This is his final Premier League game. Chances are he will go and be a VAR official. Let's go back to the Etihad, shall we? Before we do, we're going to go off to Carrow Road. Of course, it's Norwich City against Spurs. Spurs just need a point. And everybody would normally think they'd get at least a point in this game. Norwich already relegated, of course. Well, there's no question of Spurs being Spursy at the moment, is there, Sue?
Not at all. It's 1-0 to Tottenham. It's Kulusevski with the goal, but it's been all Tottenham, Jeff. They've dominated possession and chances. Kulusevski's been excellent. This is the goal. It's a great ball forward. You think, is he going to shoot? No, he doesn't. He plays it inside. Kulusevski he's got to change his foot pattern a little bit, but manages to get on the end of it, and it's a cool, calm finish for him, but he's been excellent. But great ball initially from Højbjerg, does well, and then plays the ball inside to Kulusevski, and it's actually a deflection, but he manages to get the extra touch on it. 1-0 to Tottenham.
Kulusevski's 4th Tottenham goal. They have all been away from home. Puts them in front. Remember, just 1 point it's good enough for them. Let's go and find out what's happening at the Etihad. Manchester City goalless at the moment against Aston Villa. Any sign of them being edgy at all, Merce?
Well, he's just had a good chance there. Mahrez down the left-hand side, throws a dummy, plays it across the 6-yard box, but Lucas Dean's there to clear it. It's just starting to turn the screw, Man City. But the good news for Liverpool, Villa are busy. Villa are busy, ain't come here to lie down. They're having a right go. They're defending well, getting behind in numbers and breaking on the counter-attack. But still 0-0 and half a chance there for Man City. They're on the attack now, down the left-hand side with Silva, who plays it in Cancelo, and he runs it out of play. That looked nervous. 0-0.
Yeah, nervous. I mean, that's the good news for Liverpool. The bad news for Liverpool, of course, is they're losing by a goal to nil. Newcastle absolutely nothing to play for today except a high finish. Oh my goodness, is that a penalty, Chris Boyd?
Yeah, I think it will be. I think it will be. It's Collins, his hands in an unnatural position. It's a corner kick that comes in and it gets flicked. Pope comes to collect it and punches it away, and his hands up. Collins, his hands up, and it should be a penalty kick. I'd be astonished if it's not. This is a chance for Newcastle to take the lead.
Well, it looks absolutely nailed on, doesn't it? And I'm not sure how Craig Pawson hasn't seen it initially. We're just seeing it again now. And it's a punch from Pope, and it goes onto Collins' hand as well. And it's a clear penalty. I can't see any other outcome there. We're just going to dash back to Anfield. What's happened, Clinton?
It should be 2-0 to Wolves. Neto gets it on the left-hand side, does ever so well. Cuts it back to Dendoncker. He's about 6 yards out, you're thinking, and he puts it wide. Still 1-0 Wolves.
Straight back to the game at Turf Moor. This is a big moment. Craig Pawson has been sent to the monitor where surely he'll only need one look, won't he, Boydie?
There's only one thing happening here, Jeff. As soon as he goes there, you know it's going to be a penalty kick. It's the right decision. I don't know what Collins is doing. I think it's Longstaff round the back. He's just going to get his head on it. I don't know if he can score, but he would definitely put it back into a danger area. Collins sticks his hand up, takes it away. Here we go. Take Boston's back on the pitch. Penalty kick.
Yeah, there was never going to be any doubt about it, was it? It's the worst possible start as far as Burnley are concerned, and clearly raised way above his head, actually, by Nathan Collins. Well, actually, Mike Jackson is sitting slumped in his seat at the moment. Just while we're waiting for this penalty to be taken, let's dash back to the Community Stadium, Brentford at home to Leeds United. It's wide open, isn't it, Dawes?
It is, yeah, and that's not what Leeds want. Leeds have been very good on the attack. As that penalty, as he's going through Gillette, goal! Harrison! It's amazing how this changes end to end. It's fantastic. Jack Harrison comes off the left. It's played to him just in around the 18-yard box. Gillette runs in behind. It's a lovely
could this be started so good for Leeds? They need to win and hope Burnley can't win.
1-0 lead.
Or they could try and hope Burnley lose.
What a minute this could be in the fate of Premiership relegation. The ball is on the spot at Turf Moor, Chris Boyd.
Yes, Callum Wilson just a few steps
back. Yeah, Burnley can
go. Line right now. Here we go. What a big 2 minutes. Oh, by the way, you can come back to that as well. That's going to be a big minute in the Premier League season so far. Here we go. Callum Wilson. He's taking his time. A few steps, and he scores!
Wow, what a moment in the relegation fight.
The Community Stadium, Brentford. This is not going to count, is it, Michael Dawson?
No, it doesn't look like it. It came from a throw-in. It was poor play from Brentford. It goes into Jack Harrison, and it is the tightest of tight. He's bouncing. He just plays it between the two centre-halves. And Gillette runs in behind. It's the tightest of tight. Is it going to be offside? I'm still seeing it. I think, yes, offside. That, Jeff, is the finest of fine. It's a fantastic finish by Gillette. It's been ruled out. Unlucky Leeds United, 0-0.
Goodness me.
Oh dear, what a
Leeds
shame.
United concert. But their fans are on their telephones in numbers, in droves at the moment, will take some heart from the fact that a 0-0 at Brentford at the moment would be good enough, thanks to an aberration from Nathan Collins in the Burnley defence and a penalty dispatched. Well, as you would have loved to have dispatched one, Chris Boyd.
You're right, he just passes it away into the far corner, opens his foot up and passes it in there past Nick Pope, whatever. I mean, I really don't know what Nathan Collins was doing, but you can see he's taking the penalty. Well, it sends him the wrong way. In fact, Pope does he dies, just rolls it in the far corner. 1-0 Newcastle.
As it stands, Burnley are going down at present, and you know their issue. They've only scored 33 goals this season. Only Norwich have scored fewer goals than that. They need to find at least one goal this afternoon. One would do as it stands at the moment, and they would survive the expense of Leeds, who just had that heartbreak of Joe Gelhardt's sharp finish, ruled off by the narrowest of VAR decisions. John Brooks is the VAR at the Community Stadium. He got it right, there's no doubt about that, but it was oh so agonisingly close. Let's go straight back to the Etihad at the moment. The title is going Manchester City's way. Liverpool are losing at home. Yes, Liverpool losing at home. Unbeaten at home in 4 of the past 5 seasons, but losing when it matters today. Are Manchester City still pressing us?
Yeah, Villa can't get out now, Jeff. They are playing very well as a shape, getting back into positions. But when they win the ball back, there's nothing up front. They can't get out, and it's just consistent pressure now from Man City. Starting to turn the screw, but still 0-0.
I wonder at what point today Jurgen Klopp wishes he'd started Mo Salah. Salah, of course, in the lead for the Golden Boot. We know there is a Champions League final around the corner, but Salah is sitting on the bench, and so is Virgil van Dijk. And the side are losing by a goal to them. Could have been 2 down, Clinton Morrison.
They could, but Liverpool are causing problems. They're also giving a ball away, and Wolves are causing problems. Wolves just had to make a change. Neto's gone off injured, and Wang's come on. It's a huge blow for Neto because he's caused them a lot of problems, him and Jimenez up front. But yeah, Wolves are definitely causing Liverpool a lot of problems, and the fans are getting anxious and edgy. Still 1-0 Wolves.
Yes, still 1-0 to Wolves. It's a real blow for Pedro Neto, who's had so many injury problems in recent times. And he's a fine player as well, there's no doubt about that. And he's got the goal, his first since February 2021. But he's off injured. Back to the game between Norwich and Spurs. Spurs leading by a goal to nil. They're on the way to the Champions League. Are they having it all their own way, Sue?
Not at all, Jeff. Norwich have just had a great opportunity to equalise. It's Dyer that gives the ball away. He goes to play the ball into midfield, and Rashica sees what he was going to do, wins the ball back, and then he's driving towards goal. No Spurs players closing him down, and he just drags his shot wide. Real opportunity for an equaliser. Still 1-0 Spurs.
Let's go and find out what's happening in the game at the Emirates. Won't matter, really, if Spurs win the game. Even if they take a point at Carrow Road, they get fourth, and Arsenal get fifth. We're going to go instead back to Anfield, where Liverpool were causing Wolves problems, and now they've caused them a big problem.
Yeah, it's that man Sadio Mane. He turns up, to be fair.
Come on, Villa, hold on.
To be fair. We're going to see it here anyway. We're going to see it in a minute. But once he gets into that position, it's fantastic. The finish is unreal. You see it here. Konate gets it. Look at that touch from Thiago. Unbelievable touch from Thiago. And Mane does what he does. But the touch from Thiago is first class. The little flick round the corner. Amazing, and a great finish from Mane. 1-1, game on.
23rd goal of the season for Sadio Mane, and Manchester City really should be in front against Aston Villa. Paul Merson.
Yeah, he should be. And it's only because Aston Villa had a chance themselves. They get an overlap on the left-hand side, and it goes and the keeper punches out to Kevin De Bruyne, takes a great move, runs the length of the pitch, falls over. Mahrez takes the ball off him, plays it to Foden on the edge of the box. He opens his body up, hits it, takes a deflection, and just rolls past the post, Jeff. Then the corner comes in, it's been cleared, they've got another corner. Still 0-0.
So it's as you were at the top of the table. The title is still going to the Etihad. Liverpool are still finishing second at the moment. There is a penalty shout in the game at the Emirates Stadium. Arsenal against Everton. It's another potential handball, Matt Murray.
And it's a former Arsenal man, Iwobi, who's handballed it, and it's going to be a penalty. When they get called to the screen like this, Andre Marinez being called to the screen, I'm looking at it, Martinelli brings it down.
No, at this moment, Norwich needs to score 2 fucking goals.
Iwobi has moved his right arm towards the ball, he's moved it towards it, he's put his arm out. Definite penalty. There have been 2 chances before that. Martinelli was denied by a Begovic save when the ball dropped him. You think just pass it in the corner. Then at the other end, Damari Gray goes to power, but if he'd looked up, he'd have seen that Ramsdale was well off his line and would have lobbed him. But Andre Marin is looking at this decision. He's gone to the monitor, he's been told to go. By the way, this is about a minute after the play. There was a break in play, and he's looked at the screen, he's pointed to the spot, and for me, that is a correct decision. So, look, Tottenham are winning at Norwich, but Arsenal need to win this game. They know what they need to do. Iwobi, the former Arsenal man, has been punished for a penalty, so the ball's going to be put on the spot. And, yeah, massive moment here for Arsenal, Jeff, and if you want to come back to me.
I'll tell you what, Matt Murray, better handling from Alex Iwobi than we used to see from you. And it's against his old club as well, would you believe? And the ball is going to be on the spot. I'll tell you what, everything else is quiet at the moment. Gabriel Martinelli's got the ball. Why don't we just stay with the game? Because this is a chance for Arsenal to take the lead in what may not be an important home game in the end. We shall see against Everton. Matt.
Yeah, so a bit of gamesmanship from Begovic. He's just taking his time before he goes and gets in that goal. Martinelli, as you say, the young man, he's already been denied by Begovic. So I really rate Martinelli. I think you've got some fantastic young players at Arsenal. I thought maybe Saka might take it, but it is Martinelli who's put the ball on the spot. Huge moment. Begovic is still taking his time, but he's not gone to his goal. He's going to get a yellow card soon. I'm telling you, because you can't keep delaying it like this. He's got the captain's armband. Begovic and Andre Marinez had a word and said, get to your goal. But, you know, I say, you hammer my handling skills. And I did say they'll penalty him the time though, Jeff, but Begovic is a top keeper. So look, Martinelli is stepping back now. He's composing himself. Will he wait to see if the keeper moves, or has he got his spot made up in his mind? He approaches it right-footed, and he sends Begovic the wrong way. Really good penalty. Calm finish. The Emirates erupts. They know what they need to do. Yeah, 1-0 here to the home side.
Martinelli took it.
Since December, there you can see, by the way, that's the home kit that Arsenal will wear next season as well, wearing it for the first time today, celebrating in it for the first time today, as well as Martinelli's penalty puts Arsenal in front against Everton by a goal, but it will be to no avail as things stand at present. Let's go and find out what's happening at Anfield, shall we? 1-apiece to the scoreline there. Liverpool having equalised, they got the upper hand now.
They're knocking on the door. Trent Alexander-Arnold has a shot. Bonnie makes a good block. It then falls to Jordan Henderson, who plays a great ball to Andy Robertson. And he's coming in at the back post, tries to volley, goes over the bar. Good opportunity for Liverpool. Still 1-1.
Yeah, 1-apiece to scoreline there. Neto scoring early doors for Wolves, but Wolves pegged back by Liverpool's Sadio Mane getting the equalising goal. Liverpool got a great record against Wolves. They've won their last 10 games against Wolves and level at the moment, but a long, long way to go in that game. Back to the game between City and Aston Villa. It's goalless at the moment. Pep Guardiola's looking pretty animated on the touchline at the moment, Merce.
Yeah, not really much going on, to be fair, Jeff. There's a stoppage in play. Mahrez plays Jesus down the right-hand side in the box, and it's a bit overhit. Jesus does well, gets to the byline, smashes it across the goal, and the goalkeeper puts his hands up and hits the goalkeeper smack in the face, and then he picks it up, but he's just had the physio on. But he hasn't had to make a save yet, the goalie. So we're talking 28 minutes in. You know, Liverpool get another goal here, and the pressure will really be on Man City. But at the moment, still 0-0.
Well, if Newcastle got another goal against Burnley, Burnley would be in real trouble. They're in enough trouble as it is, Chris Boyd.
Yeah, they are. To be fair, they've not really started this game well at all, Jeff. They've managed to venture forward into Newcastle half there. They had a corner kick. Dwight McNeil swung it in from the left hand straight into the hands of Dubravka. Then he was able to throw it out to Bruno Guimaraes, and he drives forward. Tarkowski pulls him down. There's been a bit stop-start. There's been a few fouls, and a few of them have been in dangerous areas as well for Newcastle. An opportunity to put the ball in the box, but it's just as I say, Roberts is in, caught in the middle. Oh, it's been cut. A good defender from Lascelles. But still, 1-0 Newcastle.
Big day for all Leeds United fans. They thought they'd taken the lead with Joe Gelhardt's goal, subsequently ruled out for offside. They've got a 20-year-old kid, Sam Greenwood, making his full debut today. Has he been involved at all doors?
He's been brilliant. He really, really has. I said to you before, Jeff, he's starting his first game in the magnitude of this game. Pressure, nerves. He is showing none of that. Leeds have been magnificent in the start of this game. The ball's just gone wide to Rafinha. He flicks it round the corner. Like he's playing with no fear. The only worry is Leeds are going forward, trying to score a goal. They're getting stretched. Weeser, Tony and Boomer. They can cause problems, and they're on the attack. Nico Henry down the left. Away by Calvin Phillips. That's the only worry for Leeds, but they've started really well.
Let's check on what Manchester United are doing at Selhurst Park. Eric Ten Hag is in attendance, of course, takes over next season. They've got a great record, you know, at Selhurst against Crystal Palace. They've not lost there since 1991 when Steve Coppell was the manager. Ian Wright scored a couple of goals on that occasion, and John Stellato as well in a big win for Crystal Palace. Any goal opportunities so far? Katie Shanahan.
Yes, afternoon, Jeff, and I think Eric Ten Hag, who's just sitting in the far side of the stadium in the director's box, will be pretty impressed with the chances that Manchester United have created, especially from Edinson Cavani. He's spurned a golden opportunity, but a really good build-up play from Bruno Fernandes, who strikes straight at goal, and then Edinson Cavani just nearly got it past Guaita. But then up the other end, Palace have tested David De Gea with Wilfried Zaha and Jeffrey Schlupp nearly getting past. So both chances for both teams. And remember, Manchester United, as things stand, will be playing Europa League next season. So far, it is Crystal Palace 0, Manchester United 0.
Everton did their hard work on Thursday. They are safe for another season, which is probably just as well with the way things are going at the Emirates, Matt Murray.
Yeah, you asked me if the Everton fans are partying, had the players been partying. Well, the players haven't been concentrating on set pieces because they've not been good enough defensively from set pieces all season. There's been a good few goals they've conceded, and this is just a routine corner. It's a needless corner to give away.
We just win our games.
Corner's given away. As you can see there, in-swinging corner.
Could have been third.
2 red shirts in that front post that flick it on. You know, that can flick it on. No Everton player with him. Then there's Eddie Nketiah out of contract in the summer. He scored again. He scored some really, really important goals. So, yeah, really poor marking from Everton. Nketiah from close range. Arsenal in total control. 2-0 up.
They've had 12 attempts in the first half an hour. Eddie Nketiah is at the double figures. He's got 10 for the season, but it doesn't really matter in terms of the Champions League. They may be 2 goals to good, but anything Arsenal can do, Spurs can do just as well, it seems. Sue Smith.
2-0 to Tottenham. Harry Kane with the goal. It's a mistake from Tim Krul. They go to play the ball out from the back, Norwich. They've done it a couple of times and been caught a couple of times, and Tim Krul plays the ball out. It's a quick delivery.
No, then Arsenal going to win their last game of the season.
Read the situation. First time pass into Harry Kane.
It's just annoying that we've lost 2 million. That's what's cost us.
Really good from Tottenham.
We could have even finished up our Chelsea as well.
That was a big error from Krul. 2-0 to Tottenham.
27th goal of the season for Harry Kane. Just 17 of those in the Premier League. Still not too shabby, is it? That's how it stands at the moment. Manchester City from Liverpool at the top of the table. Spurs just nailing down 4th spot. Arsenal in 5th, winning today, and of course no change in the chase that remaining Europa League place. 6th gets you the Europa League, 7th gets you the Europa Conference League, and at the moment Manchester United are level at Crystal Palace. It's 0-0 there. West Ham are level at Brighton. It is 0-0 there. We're back with more in a couple of minutes on this Gillette Soccer Special.
Oh, Jesus. Well, that's over. We're just praying on Liverpool to score and City, Villa to keep holding on to City. I'm coming up.
Oh.
Oops, it's back on. Oh, Leeds have scored. Oh no, they haven't. I thought I saw one.
Well, it was a great little bit of skill from Mbumo. It goes down the left. Rico Henry puts a good cross and it goes all the way to the right. And Mbumo gets Ericsson. Oh, deflection. Mbumo gets 1v1 against Julian Firstwood. Puts it through his legs. He gets inside the 18-yard box. He pulls it back to Matthias Jensen. And he just tries to cheat to think it over Meliele, and he doesn't. Meliele's running back and he just tips it over. That's why he came to the corner when he came to me, Jeff. Another little bit of brilliance from Christian Eriksen. The deflection off Ivan Toney goes out for a goal. Really good game of football, Leeds. To say the stakes are so high, Leeds are playing really, really well, but you've got to be careful on the counter-attack.
Good news for Leeds is that Burnley are losing at home to Newcastle United. I mean, what's wrong with Burnley at the moment, Boydie?
Jeff, they haven't started at all. They're not even a shot on goal, but 30...
Oh, no! Oh my!
God,
oh my!
Oh my! You're going to leave us because I'll tell you what, there has been a goal in the game, as you'll be surprised to know, at the Emirates Stadium, and a man who has played more outfield minutes this season than anybody else in the Premier League has just potentially killed Manchester City's title hopes.
And there's 1-0 to Aston Villa and it's Matty Cash who scores a goal. I just told Shane Clinton, I said, this ain't one of them any minute now with Man City.
Liverpool still need to score, win.
All of a sudden they come out from the brack and there's a little bit of space. They go down the left-hand side. All of a sudden there's an overlap. Ball comes in. Cash takes a chance, gets in front of Cancelo with a header into the corner. And it's 1-0. And Villa have been well, but they have defended so well in.
He really
37 minutes gone.
doesn't
Man
look
City
like
haven't
that.
had a
It's
shot on
still
target. That's Villa's first chance.
Come on, Liverpool! Crystal Palace are winning.
It is just his fourth Aston Villa goal. Villa leading by a goal to nil. Of course, it's not quite enough because Liverpool are only level at the moment, so the title is still in City's grasp, but only by virtue of goal difference. Remember, though, this is a City side. They scored 24 in the last 6 Premier League games. They are full of goals, though not so far today. I wonder how that news was received at Anfield. Joyously, I would imagine, but Liverpool have got work to do themselves, Clinton.
No, the place has gone mad. Fans have been celebrating like Liverpool have won the Premier League. But let me tell you something, Jeff. Jimenez, one is in on goal. One is in. Oh, what a save from Alisson. One was in. They're open. This game's end to end. One's in on goal, and he's 1-on-1, and Alisson makes an unbelievable save at his near post. Still 1-1.
If you're Jurgen Klopp, how do you see the Virgil van Dijk? Warm up. You are on any minute now.
Jeff is warming up. Him and Salah have been warming up for the last 5 minutes.
Well, I mean, this could be a humongous miscalculation if they've left Salah and Van Dijk on the bench and Manchester City lose at home, but Liverpool failed to win with Salah and Van Dijk not playing. What a miscalculation that would be. Wolves have got a corner, of course, so they've still got some more defending to do. Let's do a Clinton for the corner.
Yeah, Coutinho's going to swing it in. Oh, I'm so excited, yeah. Here we go, Coutinho. He's going to swing it in here, Jeff. He swings it in. It's well dealt with by Matty. So it's gone. No, it ain't fully cleaned. Hold on, Coutinho's going to swing it in again. Another corner for Wolves. Another corner.
You sounded like one of the weather girls for a moment there a minute ago. I'm so excited. Let's go back. Let's go back. Well, Chris Boyd hasn't been very excited so far. Let's be brutally honest about it. But Newcastle fans are.
They've started the game really well. Burnley had an opportunity there, albeit it was from 25 yards. And Dwight McNeil got on his left foot and had a shot, but it was sailing over the bar. They said they've still failed to have a shot on target. But the last couple of minutes it has been a little bit better. They've at least got into Newcastle's half. But you just feel with the pace that Newcastle have got in the counter-attack, they're going to have to be switched on because as it stands right now, they're going down. And it's still 1-0 Newcastle.
And Wolves still doing a bit of pressing. But you know, when Wolves press, there's always a danger with the way, like the red arrows that.
Yeah, but Robertson's just picked the wrong ball there. There was Mane and Diaz. Well, maybe not. Yeah, Robertson's on the ball. Nah, he gives it away. Robertson has not started the game good enough. Still 1-1.
Remember the situation when West Ham are in 7th place at the moment. If they win today at Brighton and Manchester United fail to win at Crystal Palace, then West Ham would finish 6th. Well, Manchester United are failing to win at Crystal Palace. It's 0-0. And West Ham are winning at Brighton, Bianca Westwood.
Yes, they are, and it's an absolutely fantastic goal from Michail Antonio. It comes from nowhere, really. This game, the power has been shifted between the two teams over and over and over again. Nobody has really taken the game by the scruff of the neck until now. Michail Antonio picks the ball up on the edge of the area, and he absolutely blasts this ball with his left foot into the top of the corner, smashes it into the back of the net. And they are now 1-0 up. I was just making sure that VAR are not looking into this one because Michail Antonio doesn't look very happy, it has to be said. A few words have been said by the referee, but I think it's going to stand, and it's a wonderful goal. And Michail Antonio is finally back in the scoring. 1-0 to West Ham.
Yeah, well, it is going to stand because they have restarted Antonio, this 13th goal of the season, as you can see on the video printer. Wilfred Zaha, he will have enjoyed this goal more than any of the others this season because it's come against the club that he signed for and then barely kicked a ball for. Katie Shanahan.
Exactly, Wilfred Zaha with his 15th goal of the season, and it's actually from a mistake from Manchester United. This is what happened. The ball was lifted into the centre of the park and then falls into Wilfred Zaha, who used his ballerina footwork to dance round defenders and then just stroke it into the bottom left-hand corner. 15th goal of the season. He's having his best ever goal-scoring season in the Premier League and for Crystal Palace, as Manchester United currently are missing out on Europa League football next season as they trail here 5-0.
Eric Ten Hag. I hope he had his eyes closed at that moment, and Bruno Fernandes obviously did when he played that ball back into the pack of Wilfred Zaha, and Zaha with his 15th goal of the season to put Palace in front. And as it stands, they are heading for the Europa Conference next season. And West Ham will be in the Europa League again. They'll have such a great run this season, didn't they? And what a job David Moyes has done. And he will be ecstatic as well. If his side can clinch 6 spots at the expense of his former club, that would be very sweet indeed for David Moyes. At the top of the table, though,
ridiculous.
It is all happening, isn't it? Who's away?
Watkins is away on goal. One-on-one. Watkins cuts it. Oh, he took too many touches. He took too many touches, and he's got back in against Stones. But there's a long ball over to Watkins. Even for Fernandinho, the back at the back goes up. He falls over. He's away. He's got to do better. It takes too long. Good defending in the end. I think it's Stones who gets back. But at the moment, Aston Villa look more likely to score than Man City, believe it or not. 0-1.
Man City, wow. Well, they're still in pole position for the title at the moment, but only just. They trail at home by 1-0. Remember, Liverpool are level against Wolves, 1 apiece. Another Liverpool goal would mean that Liverpool were back in the driving seat. We're going to go to the other end of the table, though. It's Brentford against Leeds United. Leeds have had a goal chalked off, remember, in this game. But is it Brentford doing most of the pressing now, Dawes?
Definitely in Leeds. I don't know what they're doing. Liam Cooper's just tried to dribble the ball out, gets nicked off him by Jensen. He plays the ball out where you think it's one-on-one from a tight court. He hits it right foot and he goes out for a goal kick just past. I don't know why Leeds are taking risks. While it's like this, Jeff, there's no need to. They must know what's going on at Burnley, but they're playing into Brentford's hands. They've started really well, but they just keep giving the ball away in midfield, at defence. It's so untidy for Leeds. They don't need to get into this game. 0-0.
Brentford have had twice as many attempts as Leeds so far. Manchester City looking to Kevin De Bruyne for some inspiration, you imagine, Merce?
Yeah, great bit of play. Goes on the overlap, drills it across the box. There's a corner coming in, gets cleared halfway. I mean, Kevin De Bruyne's the man. They've got to give him the ball. He whips it back in, comes back out to him again. As he puts it in, it goes for a corner. The corner's been cleared, but Man City's still got the ball 30 yards out. More pressure on Villa.
Manchester City still to have a shot on target. And they trail by 0-0. Wolves led at Anfield. Liverpool back on level terms. Jose Sarr's had a great season for Wolves, hasn't he? But there is an injury problem involving him at the moment, Clinton.
Yeah, he said he did something to his knee, and Ruddy's warming up. He's been down for about 3 or 4 minutes now. He was hobbling a minute, and then he went down. So he's been down, and they don't know what they're going to do yet, because the physios are still coming to him, Jeff. So he might have to come back to me.
Yes, so 1 apiece. The moment, and Liverpool, well, their fans were massively encouraged, weren't they, by the fact that Aston Villa had scored to City. So far, have been a little off colour, and Villa have been threatening. Stephen Gerrard, by the way, was absolutely over the moon with that goal. Let's go back and find out. Oh, let's go back to Paul Merson again, because just a momentary hint of a threat, Merce.
A hint of a threat. Great play by Chambers in the end. Diagonal ball, and Mings gets caught really, tries to head it back, and Jesus looks like he's going to get there before the goalie. He does, but Chambers really does well. Just puts his body in the way and clears it. Man City turning the screw just before half-time, Jeff. Big 2 minutes. If they can go in 1-1, got a chance.
Look, Burnley need to rely on their flair players a bit, don't they, at the moment? I mean, Maxwell Cornet hasn't always delivered this season. We know he's capable on his day. Actually, he's got an issue at the moment, has he, Boyd?
Yeah, he's down holding his shoulder right now. It doesn't look too great, to be honest. And it's just, he goes up for a head that gets flicked on, and there's a tangle with him and Jermaine Lascelles. He manages to turn Lascelles, but his body falls on top of him. You can see he's in real pain. I'd be very surprised if he's able to continue here. We have managed a shot on target, though. Brownhill managed to rob Guimaraes in the middle of the pitch, played it to McNeil, who got a shot away from 25 yards, but it was easy for the bracket. But still 1-0 here. Conley's got back up. We'll just need to see how he is in the next few minutes.
Yeah, let's go back up to the Community Stadium, Brentford, because Leeds are going to do well to get in half-time level, aren't they, Dawes?
Yeah, stupid volley. They've defended it well in the end there. Long ball up to Ivan Toney. Liam Cooper goes straight through the back of him. Give him a free kick. There's nowhere near the goal. 25 yards out. So now the free kick comes in. It's a great ball in by Ericsson. They defend it well in the end, and it's headed back out. And Yeno puts it over the bar, miles over the bar. It's really no need. Don't give stupid free kicks away, because the delivery rates will put you under pressure. 0-0.
What a save! 0-0 at half-time at Leicester as well. Chelsea lead through Kai Havertz goal against Watford. Not Tottenham sealing Champions League spot 2-0 against Norwich. Crystal Palace leads from Will Zaha's goal against Manchester United. And Chris Boyd has had something to shout about. What happened, Boydie?
What a counter-attack that was. St Maximin plays it to target and he plays it down the line, and we all know the pace that St Maximin's got. Gets away from around the body, finds himself one-on-one and tries to defend it in the far corner. And Nick Pope manages to get his hand on it and saves it. But then there's an incident just after that as well. Guimaraes, I'm not quite sure who it is, but he ends up putting his elbow in somebody's face. So just wait the other out. I think it might be Dwight McNeil. It's a good save from Nick Pope there to keep his side in it. I don't know what's going to happen with this Guimaraes one, but it's still 1-0 as we speak right now, Jeff.
I mean, 1-0 and they are bang up against it. 2-0 and they are almost down and out. What, have you seen it again there, Boydie? What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I think he might be lucky if he gets away with this one. It's Dwight McNeil who goes to close him down, and Guimaraes just stands across him and puts his hand there, trying to protect him, but it does catch him in the face. It's playing on, so it just shows you I'm talking absolute rubbish. There's nothing in it. The referee's got it correct. Not even a VAR check. Play on.
Brentford and Leeds is goalless at half-time. Let's go back to the game between Arsenal and Everton. It looks like it's not going to matter in terms of Champions League spots, but Arsenal were 2 goals to the good. But just before half-time, Everton back in it, Matt Murray.
Yeah, the substitute, Donny van der Beek, Jeff, has just made it 2-1, and it had been all Arsenal. They had another chance, a couple of chances. Saka had gone through, put his effort just wide. Xhaka's effort saved by Begovic, but this is a really nice little bit of movement from Everton. Good little bit of link-up play, good run from Calvert-Lewin there, as you see him just puts that ball into that dangerous area, totally unmarked, a few yards out, and Van der Beek just taps the ball home. So yeah, making a little bit more nervous now, but against the run of play really, but 2-1 here.
First goal since November. What's the future hold for Donny van der Beek? Back to Old Trafford, one suspects under Eric Ten Hag, who's watching matters at Selhurst Park at the moment. He won't be enjoying us. Manchester United are losing by a goal to Liverpool, who lost a key player in Thiago, has gone off the field. It is half-time at the Etihad, and this has not gone to plan. Not one bit. Matty Cash has got the goal that has put Aston Villa in front against Manchester City. They've lost one of the last 6 Premier League games. If this was going to be a nice, comfortable day in the sun for Manchester City fans, well, they've got a rude awakening. They've not managed a single shot on target. Robin Olsen, making his debut in goal for Aston Villa today, has not had one shot to save in the first 45 minutes of that game. And it also means, by the way, conceding that goal, that Ederson will finish with 20 clean sheets, and so too will Alisson, 20 clean sheets each, and they will share the Golden Gloves. They both conceded today. Fernandinho's playing his last game, of course, today, before he goes off to Brazil with his family. Let's dash back to Anfield, where they are still playing in the first half, and it has not gone to plan at all as far as Jurgen Klopp's side is concerned, Clinton.
No, but they're playing with 10 men. Thiago, the referee said there was an issue with him. He's walked off and just walked down the tunnel, and they've not made no change. I don't know if they're giving it till half-time or he had something wrong with him, but he weren't limping, Jeff. He just played the ball to Trent Alexander-Arnold. The referee ushered him off, and they're playing to 10 men, so maybe they're giving him till half-time to have a look, and that's half-time, guys.
Yeah, and Jurgen Klopp absolutely hurtles down the tunnel. Sadio Mane's got their equalising goal, but he was off so quick, Jurgen Klopp, he couldn't get the cameras on him, running, getting his coat off at the same time. He clearly knows there is a lot of work to do at half-time, and those Liverpool fans, they live in hope. It's not been a classic Liverpool performance in the first half, but they go in at level terms. They are level on points as it stands with Manchester City at the moment. But of course, City have a better goal difference. That's what you're watching. You're watching this Gillette soccer special. It's half-time as well in the game at Turf Moor, and as it stands at half-time, Burnley are heading for the Championship. They trail against Newcastle United by a goal to Nathan Collins conceded a penalty. Callum Wilson converted it. It's Callum Wilson's first goal since December the 4th, when he also scored against Burnley. And Mike Jackson has some words to deliver, hasn't he?
Words to deliver. I'm about 2. I need me.
Clearing the path for the access. Soccer Special, sponsored by Gillette Labs.
HelloFresh. Discover a wide range of delicious recipes delivered to your door. Easy. HelloFresh.co.uk.
strike from Mikel Antonio. His 13th goal of the season, and that goal, coupled with Manchester United's half-time score, would mean West Ham taking the final Europa League spot. Burnley 0, Newcastle 1. Nathan Collins thrusting his hand above his head early on to concede a penalty. Staggering piece of defending, you have to say. Callum Wilson scored from the penalty spot. It's his first goal since December the 4th, when he scored in the home game against Burnley. So it's a double which could well send Burnley down to the Championship. And at the moment, it is sending Burnley down to the Championship. Chelsea 1, Watford 0. Kai Havertz got the goal, his 14th goal of the season. Chelsea continue this amazing run, the only side not behind at half-time. They will finish third in the table. They started the day 19 points behind Manchester City. It's a farewell to Roy Hodgson. Well, we think permanently, but Roy himself is not so sure. The current Watford manager, 6 Premier League teams. He's had a career coaching which started 46 years ago. He says if the perfect job came up, he might reconsider, so we shall see. Mike Dean won't be reconsidering. He's in charge today, but retires at the end of the season. Crystal Palace lead Manchester United by a goal to nil. Wilfried Zaha, his 15th of the season. He made 4 appearances for Manchester United after signing for them for £15 million in 2013, so he will have enjoyed that game. United are being watched by Erik ten Hag. They contributed to their own downfall there. At the moment, they're heading for a 6th consecutive away defeat, and they're also heading for a place in the Europa Conference League rather than the Europa League. Martin Atkinson in charge there, by the way. He too steps down at the end of the season. Leicester 0, Southampton 0. John Moss, by the way, in charge there. He too steps down at the end of the season. It's goalless at half-time. Liverpool 1, Wolves 1. Pedro Neto, with his first goal since February 2021, put Wolves in front. Neto's afternoon would end prematurely, a knee injury as well. We really desperately hope it's not serious. Sadio Mane with the equalising goal for Liverpool, are unbeaten in the league since December the 28th at Leicester. At the moment, 1-1, not quite good enough, but they would be level on points with Manchester City. Manchester City, 1 shot on target in the first half against Aston Villa. This is a team who scored 96 Premier League goals this season, staggering, but barely forced Robin Olsen into a save in the first half. Matty Cash got the goal that's put Aston Villa in front. Villa have lost on the last 11 visits to Manchester City, but they lead at half-time. Despite that, City would still be champions as things stand right now. And Spurs, at the moment, are heading for the Champions League. They lead by 2 goals to nil. Kulusevski and Harry Kane. A horror moment for Tim Krul, that second goal there. But Spurs lost one of the last 10 Premier League games. They are heading for 4th spot as it stands, and Norwich, of course, we know, are relegated. Well, that's what's happened so far. We have 45 minutes, which I'm sure are going to be absolutely full of drama to come. And we also have quite a bit of this. It's no use eating your chicken and chips, Mercer, and I'm going to come straight back to you.
That's voted for by Jeff Stelling.
Conor Cody there with a Wolves midfield player. Pretty little over there, Jamie. Mark McAdam. As far as
More important, this is Sheffield United. Lay it on, Joe. Carry on.
I've lost my mind, I've lost everything.
I've lost the plot, Jeff.
Letting the conversation flow. Soccer Special. Sponsored by Gillette.
Oh!
Welcome to Italy, where in these simple things we find the true beauty, so full of passion, so full of character, so full of life. It's so bellissima, crafted the Italian way for life's simple pleasures. Birra Moretti, l'italiana autentica.
It's hard-earned money. Control it with ease.
with business tools by Summer, like the easy-to-use card reader. Available now at Toolstation.
Discover the new Love Mark Case collection. With Shop Now, Pay Later. Freeman's, be more free.
3, 2, 1, and liftoff.
Technology enables us to do things that we just can't naturally do. That opens up so many possibilities. And when you can fold the impossible into the reality of normal life right now, I think that's what progress is.
When technology enables progress, ESET is here to protect it. ESET Digital Security.
Who's that?
Who do you think?
Progress. Protected.
Oh boy.
Wolf packs are gathering like never before.
I'm sorry.
We need proven U-boat killers like you to go and do what they're good at.
Hello! What are y'all playing with it?
He said he has to do
Yes, you bet, boy.
This year's Vitality T20 Blast kicks off with a replay of last year's final between Kent and Somerset, live only on Sky Sports.
Soccer Special, sponsored by Gillette Labs.
Over the course of the weekend, Julian Warren is... Oh, hello there. Julian Warren limbering up for a soccer special. Team him up in the midfield, Tim. You know, with...
I remember that.
Yeah, I've got the old prog in there. 25 and 3/4 hours to go. That bodes well, doesn't it? That's 10. So they will be pleased. The noise you heard in the background was that of sweet chili and pepper crisps from... I tried my hardest. Before we came on the air, Mert said, I'm on a diet. Well, that was one New Year's resolution that went really well. Before 4 o'clock on New Year's Day, and it is kaput. So you see your chicken and chips, Mercer, and I'm going to come straight back to you. Curzon Ashton against Chester. This is great. Curzon Ashton against Chester. The game was stopped for 10 minutes, 15 minutes into the first half. He got the referee had to move his car. MK Dons 1, Sunderland 2. Parrott with the goal. Parrott with the goal. Cove Rangers 3.
Flicks it over the top, 4 points, and there's a goal!
What the save? I've lost my mic, I've lost everything.
Pretty little over there, Jamie. Hi, Alan. Got another Rod Stewart song that's come to mind for our director. Do you think I'm sexy? You've got 2 minutes to think about it. I've got the answer to my question, do you think I'm sexy? And I don't like the answer at all. In fact, I don't want to talk about it. Let's go and
hot time up and down the country. Is it something I said? No, I think I'm okay.
By the way, Jules didn't like it though. Jules didn't like it.
Who's Jules? Sorry, Jules, I'm only joking. Only joking. You're a very, very good number 2. Oh no! Sorry, Jules. I'm doing it again. Sorry, Jules.
As voted for by Jeff Stelling.
Conor Cody there with a Wolves midfield player.
Okay, he's not phased. This is the way we're going to play. It's a great job to have a recruitment officer there. So I'm available. Sometimes with Christian, you have to put your arm around him and tell him stuff what you don't honestly believe yourself.
Right? Why are you not on here?
Works as a manager sometimes. As far as...
Sorry, more important, this is Sheffield United late on, Joe. Sorry about that. Carry on.
Mark McAdam.
Go! And it's still 0-0. Go to Merce. Go on.
We've got to go to Merce.
And it fell to...
And an assist there for...
What's the word? Wait, what's it?
I heard that.
Perfectionist.
Perfectionist, sorry. A perfectionist.
Perfect, that was the clue.
Yeah. I just... Yeah, but when it starts getting...
Is this all the funny bits again?
He said he picked it up with it.
They're showing the full bit now, full montage.
Sitting on this panel.
100%
They're showing what?
The full montage. Only showed a bit.
Enjoy Everton against Brentford.
You might. That's how she'll be watching it.
And 10. Oh, that's so close.
Thomas Orr has got his second goal of the game. What sort of goal do you think it was? It was awesome. That's better, Clinton. Better.
I've got that sweet way of fake. Don't worry about that, Jeff.
Who told you that?
I don't. Every day I look myself in the mirror, I say, look at this handsome young man.
Sheffield United have been brilliant from the start.
Cammy, thanks very much indeed for...
But we've just started the second half, and fingers crossed, we'll have some goals.
Chris Martin of Cleveland waiting tables before the game picked up. Now we're going to give you an object lesson in how to take a penalty by one of the finest that the UK has ever produced. This is Liverpool legends against Rangers legends. Chris Boyd. Wow. Oh!
Still smiling.
You can laugh now.
We've all been there. I missed the header for Spurs from around that distance.
Only one. Only one. It was closer than that. Only one.
I was going to be striker's union and help you out. He doesn't miss anything.
Okay, mine was a little bit closer than that. But he's got the target there.
Brilliant.
Come on,
Where the best team win. What about us? We'll be speaking at the end of the game.
Two smashing guys. And that Gareth Ainsworth, he's a trendsetter, isn't he? He's a trendsetter. What? You lot are so far behind and having so much out of skill set. Not one of you has got the bottle to get it out and show people what you've got. Gareth and I, we do. He got it out at Wembley yesterday, didn't he, in the playoff final? But to no avail. Leicester take the lead against Southampton. James Maddison, surely destined for the England squad, has got that cut. There's no room for sentiment in this game, is there? Fernandinho is leaving and going back to Brazil at the end of this season. If City win the title, it'd be his 12th major trophy in his 9 seasons since he joined from Shakhtar Donetsk. But Merce, Fernandinho's not come out in the second half.
He's come off. They put John Stones into the centre, and then they put Fernandinho. Took Fernandinho off and put Zinchenko at fullback. Yeah, Fernandinho was getting left 1v1. It wasn't fair on him against Watkins. He had a slip once. Watkins got in. Stones got back. So it probably gives him the balance. But that was, what a player he's been. What a player. So ruthless. Got to win the league. Got to make decisions. That's what great managers do.
I think they got value for money. He cost £30 million from Shakhtar Donetsk. It doesn't seem over-excessive considering what he has achieved at the club. He's 37 years of age now, says he's desperate to go back home to Brazil with his family, and he will do that. Will he do that as a Premier League champion again this season? That remains to be seen, because, of course, at the moment, Liverpool are level 1 apiece, and Manchester City trail against Villa. It's good enough for City at the moment, but only just. Let's go back to the game between Brentford and Leeds. Leeds started brightly but spent most of the first half on the back foot down at the Brentford Community Stadium. How's the second half started?
Yeah, big chance for Brentford. Really big chances with Boomo. It starts right in the left back. Rico Henry into Wiese. Wiese plays it round the corner into Eriksson. Eriksson plays into Matthias Janssen, who's running towards the box. Third ball gets caught. He goes into the ball. The ball missed it. He goes all the way to the left-hand side, to the right-hand side, obviously. And Boomo, he just runs onto it. He left foot. Do you think he's going to send it out wide the post? Luckily for Leeds, it goes straight down the throat of Meliele. It's not been a good start for Leeds, but we're literally only 2 minutes in. Leeds won't want it to change too much. They don't want it to get like a basketball game. Still 0-0.
Big penalty shot from Wolves at Anfield, which has been waved away, Clinton.
Yeah, it has, to be fair. Al-Nouri whipped a good ball in, and Toto was at the back post, and Konate just like, he leans on him, but he falls over. It's just like a shoulder into his back, so I'll have to have a look to see if VAR have a look at this, but there's been 2 substitutions. Sarr, the goalkeeper's gone off injured, and Ruddy's come on, and Thiago's gone off injured, and Milner's come on.
Well, you're just looking at it first. It looked like he just charged into his back right in the heart. The ball hasn't got out of play yet, so it hasn't. To see whether there is. Yeah. Still, check, but we shall see. Elsewhere, you can see Brighton have equalised. Joel Veltman, rare goal scorer for them against West Ham. That means that West Ham would miss out on 6th spot. It's just his second goal for them. Let's go and find out what's happening at the Etihad. Paul Merson.
Yeah, they're really turning the screw now, Man City. Getting down the left so many times. Zinchenko's put about 4 balls in already. Get a ball into Jesus down the edge, down the side on the left. Cuts back, rolls it back to Foden. He flicks it into the middle. But fans wanted him to shoot. At the far post, Jesus there, but great header by Cash. Comes out to Kevin De Bruyne. He can't get over the ball. It's all Man City at the moment. Still 0-1 though, and Mings has just been booked.
And nothing came of that body check, if you like, in the game. Anfield consequently still Liverpool 1, Wolves 1, but Wolves started the second half really brightly, and Brighton have started the second half brightly against West Ham as well. What was Joel Veltman's goal like, Bianca?
Well, Brighton have been exerting pressure right from the restart. They've been really up for it, and up till now, West Ham have been rolling with the punches, but they couldn't keep this one out. Some smart build-up play into the box, and Solly March with a tiny little layoff for Joel Veltman, who makes no mistake, squeezes his goal underneath Lucas Fabianski. It's a rare moment of weakness from him. Really could have held on to that one, but it's Veltman who levels for Brighton, 1-1.
Just his second goal in 71 Brighton appearances makes it one apiece, and it means that as it stands, Manchester United stay 6th, West Ham are 7th. It's back to the wall for Aston Villa in the early stages of the second half. City have only just won 1 of 7 games this season when they conceded the first goal. That's a record that they need to change, and they're doing their level best at the moment, Merce.
Oh, Zinchenko's been absolutely brilliant since he's come on. Casello around the box. Oh, and Jesus from 4 yards out, Jeff. Yeah, this side, Zinchenko's been brilliant the first 4 minutes of the second half. But this time it's the other side, on the right. Casello goes past his marker, whips a great ball in. Not even 6 yards out, 4 yards out, the outside of his right foot. He's got to go with his left foot, and he puts it over the bar. But then Zinchenko pulled it back. Great bit of defending by Matty Cash. They're hanging on here, Aston Villa, hanging on, but still 1-0 up.
Yeah, every Liverpool fan hopes that they continue to hang on to that 1-0 advantage. What an upset on the last day of the season that would be. Burnley a goal behind and heading for the Championship against Newcastle United at half-time. Of course, Eddie Howe, 21 months of Burnley when they were a Championship side. In those days, he finished 8th and 13th. Under him, he could send them back to the Championship. Have Burnley improved in the second half, Boydie?
Go! No.
Go!
Where you go?
Oh. Well, there's a goal, I think, at Anfield. Clinton.
I think they'll check it, but it's Sadio Mane with his second goal. It's a good ball, but once he's offside. I knew, that's why I didn't want to shout too much, because he did look offside. Yeah, but I would check. Goal! Yeah, I got to make it exciting, but you didn't hear me. I wanted to go goal, but I said go. But I know it is offside because it definitely has to, because it's a good. Milner gets the ball, plays it in to Diogo Jota. The pass is good, and he's offside by 2 yards.
So you'd be better off shouting offside.
Yeah, but you never know. Sometimes they might miss it. You know what they're like in this VAR. Still 1-1, Jeff.
Liverpool fans settle back down again, still hoping that their side can get that second goal. Let's go to the King Power Stadium. Leicester leading Southampton by a goal to 0. James Maddison has scored for 4 consecutive games for the first time in his career. Alan McAnally, have you been there all game?
Hello, well, we've had real problems here, partner. I put the plug in and I took it out and I switched it on and I switched it off. Wasn't working. Listen, 0-0 at half time. There was a lot to change if there was one great chance from Castagna. And of course, there's nothing really to play for. But if it stays like this, Leicester would jump up 1 place to 8th above Wolves. So at least it's something. It's a good goal, really good goal. Vardy's been a massive problem all afternoon, to be honest. And it's poor from Yanko. Doesn't do enough with the header. Vardy's through 1-1. He gets his shot on target. McCarthy makes the save. And James Maddison says thank you very much. He's been fabulous, James Maddison. Really good. Himself and Harvey Barnes have been excellent. They really have. But I know there's not a lot. We're working at least 1-0 to Leicester.
His 18th goal of the season, which is a personal best. He's the player of the year. Brendan Rodgers has recommended him strongly a spot in the England squad. Whereas Gareth Southgate concurs, remains to be seen. Back to the game and Anfield. Oh my goodness, Liverpool cannot get much closer, Clinton.
No, because it looks like Diego Jota's shot's going in and Sadio Mane's on the ground and he's blocked the shot. It definitely looks like he's blocked the shot because there's a good opportunity. Trent Alexander-Arnold does well, plays a good ball through to Sadio Mane. Mane's in there. Conor Cardi makes a tackle and then it's going to go in and oh my word, wait, he wants a penalty. No, there's not a penalty there, no chance. But yeah, it hits Armani on the floor. Still 1-1.
Can you? Played 131 times for Wolves, very nearly scored against them. You heard, can you? Which changed from goal. Who was it?
Jeff, it's a massive chance for Leeds. It really, really is. It's a long ball, Meliele. It's Robbie Cook, he goes from right back, he flicks it onto Rafinha. Rafinha picks a ball up, he plays a great pass. Rodrigo, he runs straight into the box, he takes a touch with his left foot. Right foot, he puts it into David Raya's bottom right hand corner. David Raya makes a full stretch save. It's a great save, but he should have scored. 0-0. Great game, Jeff.
Yeah, it remains 0-0 as it stands. Leeds are surviving. The last team to survive on the final day of the season after starting that day in the bottom three were Wigan Athletic in 2011. But Leeds at the moment, they are surviving. At the top of the table, the title is still in Manchester City's grip, but it's a pretty tenuous grip at the moment. We're back with more very shortly.
Oh my God, Liverpool need to score. Why can't they do it when it matters? Oh, 3-1. Cedric.
Who's Cedric?
Well, right back. Obviously.
Well, he's a one, isn't he?
Sorry.
All right.
So Leeds now are winning from a penalty spot. Come on now.
Remember, I told you no side had survived in the Premier League, having started the last day in the bottom three, not since Wigan in 2011. But Leeds United are on their way to doing just that, Michael Dawson.
Yeah, it was a penalty. It was Rafinha. I said Leeds were playing into Brentford's hands, making mistakes. It's Brentford and it's David Raya who makes a mistake. It goes, Pontus Jansson plays it back to David Raya. David Raya tries to play it into the middle of the field. It gets cut out by Rafinha. Rafinha's 1v1 with David Raya. You think he's just going to slot it. He doesn't. He chops back in. David Raya, the pace that he comes out, he catches him. It's a penalty all day long. Who's going to step up and take it? Rafinha. He's cool, calm, and wow, you think, here we go. What a penalty. He hasn't been great in the second half of this season. Them Leeds fans do not care. Is this going to be enough to go to keep them in the Premier League? Time will tell. 1-0 Leeds.
We're going to go back to the game at the Etihad Stadium. If you think 1-0 is bad for Manchester City at home to Aston Villa, it should have been 2 and the title might have gone. Paul Merson.
Oh, it should have been. It's just a long kick by Olsen, and Watkins comes back on side, so he's in his own half, and he's away, gets in front of Stones, one-on-one with the keeper. Stones is just behind him, hits it into the ground, hits it over the goalie and just past the post. But he's all Man City, Jeff. For the first time in the whole game, 58 minutes gone, it's only a matter of time. They're putting severe pressure on. Mings has been absolutely brilliant, but they are turning the screw now. They look like scoring at any time. Liverpool need to score.
Yeah, and of course, we all remember the game against Queen's Park Rangers. It took 94 minutes to get their noses in front that day. So plenty of time left. Arsenal, I was going to say Arsenal really making it a difficult ending to the season as far as Everton are concerned. Cedric and Gabriel goal scorers there. But you know what? I don't suppose Everton fans care one bit. Matt Murray.
Whoopsie.
But there we are. It was by Cedric's first goal in 2 years, which put them 3-1 up, and then Gabriel with another goal to make it 4-1. Thoroughly miserable afternoon as far as Everton are concerned. But look, it's all about next season now as far as they are concerned. Let's go back to Chris Boyd, because Burnley know just what they've got to do now. They have to score twice in the remaining minutes against Newcastle. And Boyd, is it fair to say they don't look like doing it?
Well, he got a shot on target first, but it's a great counter-attack there again from Newcastle. It's Maximan using his pace. He then drives it hard, plays it into Almiron, and he makes the wrong choices. He ends up taking a shot from just inside the box where he should have squared it for Callum Wilson. That would have been game over. Newcastle are on the counter-attack at this moment in time again. Maximan in the box, and it's a goal! Callum Wilson, what a finish. Opens himself out, passes away in the far corner, and that looks like the goal it might send Burnley down to the Championship. Wow. Fantastic goal.
2 for Callum Wilson, here it comes again.
You can see it's Maximan down the left, great ball across, opens his body up, great finish from a striker's point of view, and passes it in the far corner. He has led the line magnificently today, and with the pace they've got, Almiron and Maximan on each side, there are always going to be chances. It's a great finish, 2-0 Newcastle, Jeff.
And remember, he hadn't scored a goal since December the 4th, when he scored against Burnley at St James's Park. Now he's got both goals at Turf Moor. And Burnley, as it stands, need to score 3, or they need a big favour from Brentford in the remaining minutes, because at present, Burnley are going down 5 seasons in the top flight. There won't be a 6th season. And we talk about Burnley coming back and scoring 3. Well, they've only scored 33 goals. Only Norwich have scored fewer goals than them. It looks extremely unlikely. Burnley fans look resigned to their fate, looking up the stands. Turf Moor. Callum Wilson has put them to the sword. And what a finish to the season, by the way, for Newcastle United. They're heading for a 6th win in 8 games. Let's go find out what's happening, shall we, at the Etihad. The last we heard, it looked like it was just a matter of time for Manchester City, but they are still waiting, Merce.
They are. They're knocking on the door, but to be fair to Aston Villa, they have defended so well. Mings and Chambers have been absolutely brilliant at the rock of defence, and then they just a little bit break in the game. I think as Watkins just went down. Sterling's come on now for Mahrez, so he's been a bit of a threat since he's come on, but they're trying to drag the game. They're getting very nervous, Man City fans. And if another goal goes into Liverpool, and then it's real game on.
And 61 minutes have gone, and they still have just 1 shot on target during the game. Yeah. So what is...
Corner.
Okay.
No, he's given a goal kick.
He's given a goal kick,
wow,
yeah. That was Villa on a rare attack, yeah. So what is happening at Anfield? Are Liverpool looking like getting the goal that will put them in front? They've certainly got plenty of ammunition on the field now, Clinton.
Yeah, they're not creating chances at the moment, though. There's been a lot of stoppages. Connor Cody's stopped, but Mohamed Salah's on now. Diogo Jota's gone off. They just showed a picture of Thiago. He looks like he's done something to his hamstring. He'll be a doubt now for the Champions League. But if I'm Jurgen Klopp, in the next 10 minutes, I'm taking off Naby Keita and bring on Roberto Firmino, because they need a bit of creativity in that midfield.
Still got half hour.
Spurs are cruising into the Champions League. Sue Smith.
3-0. This is a great goal from Kulusevski. He just missed an opportunity just before that as well, where he rounded Tim Krul. Should have scored. It was a good save in the end from Max Aarons off the line, but this is brilliant. It comes to him. He's up against Giannoulis. You can see here, so it's a good ball through. He's up against Giannoulis. He cuts inside onto his left foot, And then all his thought is, it's going in that far corner. What a finish from him. It's been all Tottenham, and it's 3-0 to them.
Well, he has been a terrific signing, hasn't it? No doubt about that, Kulusevski, and you wonder what sort of impact he will make next season, always assuming he's there on a permanent basis. And you'd be crazy if he wouldn't be at this stage. Spurs 3 goals to the good. They are going to finish in the top four. I wonder if Son can get a goal, which will put him level with Salah for the Golden Boot. We shall see. Let's go back to the Community Stadium. Brentford trailing against Leeds by a goal to nil. Brentford fans wanting a big finish. Burnley fans desperate for a big finish from Brentford. Are Brentford doing any pressing, Doors?
No, but they've made 2 changes. Matthias Janssen off, Josh De Silva and Rico Henry, Sergi Canos. So they're having a go. I mean, but look, Leeds are absolutely delighted. It's feeding round the stadium. You can see the Leeds fans when they hear what's going on at Burnley. They just don't need to concede a goal to make it nervy for the final 10 minutes. They keep playing. They're looking to turn it in behind. Early on in the first half, they're making mistakes. Rafinha down the right then. No, Brentford have made changes. See if that will wake them up, Jeff. Still 1-0 lead.
It's a bad good afternoon at Arsenal for Arsenal fans, really, because they're cruising against Everton, but they're going to miss out on the Champions League, Matt Murray.
Yeah, they've been fantastic, Jeff, and they've taken care of their work. And for Everton, it's been poor for them. They haven't really put a show in, but the goals again have come from set pieces. So Nketiah have scored from a corner, and these 2 goals have come from set pieces as well, Jeff. So the first one by Cedric is, again, how there's no marking at the edge of the box, just totally clear. He comes on right-footed, Begovic unsighted, and then the second one comes from a set piece as well from Gabriel, because again he should be. Everton just don't pick up. They clear the first one, but then it's the second phase. Ball into Gabriel, who was checked by VAR. He is onside. Begovic does get a touch on it, but he can't quite keep it out. So again, 3 goals out of the 4 have been from set pieces, so not good enough. Everton been poor. Gordon's coming on for them. Ali's going off. Good win for Arsenal, but it's not going to be enough at the end of the day. 4-1 here, Jeff.
As it stands at the moment, Manchester City will be champions. Spurs will be in the Champions League. Manchester United will be in the Europa League, and Burnley will be relegated. That's as it stands at 5:26. I'm sure there are going to be some twists in the tale. Have Wolves weathered any Liverpool storm, would you say, Clinton?
Yeah, I think they have. It was just an opportunity, and from 20-25 yards from Alexander-Arnold, and Ruddy, it was the first time he's been tested comfortable. Since Thiago's gone off, they have no creativity in that midfield. They brought on Milner. Milner's like for like with Henderson. Thiago was causing all the problems in the first half, made Mane's goal. That's why I'm surprised he won't look to his bench to bring on someone like Firmino who can link the play. Still 1-1.
Liverpool 1, Wolves 1, Manchester City 0, Aston Villa 1. It is still in the balance, no doubt about that. We'll be back with more in just 40 seconds. You can count them.
Alright, I'll mute this for 40 seconds. Shut up. Don't want no copyright. Oi.
Let's go out and about once again. We're going to head off to Turf Moor. This could be their last Premier League game at Turf Moor for quite some time. Bernie, we're out of ideas, Boydie?
Yeah, there's no way about turning this around. I think the only way they're going to stay a Premier League club is if Brentford are able to turn it around against Leeds. They made a half-time substitution and brought Big Cox on as well, went to a back 4 and tried to, but it's not worked at all. If anything, it's opened up the pitch and gave Newcastle more of an opportunity to get forward. St Maximin, Alvaron down this. Just to see that there, Conley, no, Dubravsky, yeah, he's offside. They've offered absolutely nothing in attack, and as it stands right now, they're on the way to the Championship. Still 2-0 Newcastle.
They've mustered just 3 attempts on goal so far. Free kick in a dangerous position for Manchester City at the Etihad, Paul Merson.
Yeah, to the left-hand side of the goal, probably just in line with the 6 line, and it's Kevin De Bruyne who's going to take it. He steps up, over the wall, and over the bar, wide. Still 0-1, and Wow. 0-1, and they look a threat, Villa, on their counter-attack.
It's just one of those days, isn't it, as far as Manchester City are concerned. Let's go back to Carrow Road, Norwich City against Spurs. Mo Salah, by the way, is on the pitch for Liverpool right now. He has 22 Premier League goals, but now Heung-min Son, I think, has also got 22. Is that right, Sue?
Yes, you're right. And do you know what? He had a couple of opportunities before this that he should have scored, but it wasn't this time. He makes sure that he scores. It's good play. Harry Kane picks the ball up here, plays the ball into Lucas Moura, who's come on for Kulusevski. Lovely touch there from him. This time he slots it past Krul into the bottom corner. But like I say, he had a couple of opportunities before that. He's been excellent. Moura, since he's come on, set Son up twice. This time he makes sure that he finishes. But Kane involved again, dropping deep. He drops deeper, then straight away you see the run from Moura and Son. Lovely little flick from him. And just a finish into the bottom corner past Tim Krul. 4-0 to Tottenham.
It's not the first time they've done it, but Liverpool fans are on their feet saluting a goal by Philip Coutinho. Paul Merson.
I can't believe what I'm watching here, Jeff. It's 2-0 to Aston Villa as Coutinho scores a goal and he drills it into the left-hand side. It's just a massive goal kick up the field.
Come on, Liverpool, Salah.
Fred Watkins wins the ball, he flicks it on. Coutinho takes the touch inside and drills it, gives it the eyes. It's a proper goal. And I cannot believe what I'm watching here, Jeff. It's 2-0 and Liverpool need a goal. But what a finish, Coutinho. World class. And I'm
assuming, Clinton, that at Anfield they know all about it now.
No, the fans were quiet, to be fair. Now they're roaring. And he's just going to bring on Roberto Firmino. Why not? Go for it. You know you need that goal. Because second half they've not been attacking. There's a good chance there for Mo Salah. He was one-on-one with Conor Cody. It took too long and Bolly made a great tackle. But yeah, this crowd have erupted now. Still 1-1.
Absolutely amazing. And as it stands, well, it's still City's title. A Liverpool goal would mean that Jurgen Klopp's side would be crowned champions of the quadruple. The impossible dream would still be on. Can they snatch that goal in the diamonds? Will it be a great Manchester City comeback? Leicester have got a second gool against Southampton. Jamie Vardy has got that goal. Meanwhile, Burnley's hopes are still alive. They've got to go back against Newcastle. Maxwell Cornet has got that. Is this the start of a great Burnley revival?
What a finish it is as well, Jeff. It's Nathan Collins down the right-hand side. He puts a ball in, and there's Maxwell Cornet, runs onto his right foot, saved. Back up there, it breaks his left foot and then just smashes it into the back of the net. You can see here Collins down the right-hand side does really well to get away from St Maximin. He cuts it back. The first shot saved up there and then bosh in the back of the net. 2-1, game on.
Very much game on at the top of the table as well. Liverpool need another goal. Surely they're just going to fling caution to the wind now.
Yeah, they have. They took off Keita and brought on Firmino, so they got the front four up there to go and cause problems. And the crowd have erupted, and they're getting behind them. He said they got a corner. Trent Alexander whips it in. Oh, Ruddy comes and he misses it completely. But they have to be careful because Wolves are a threat on the counter attack. Still 1-1.
Still 1-1. Aston Villa leading by 2-0 against Manchester City. Remember, City have lost once in 27 Premier League games. What a time this would be to lose another. Clinton said there a moment or two ago, Wolves are dangerous on the break, and they've just shown that, Clinton.
They have. If Juan had got his head up, Jimenez was there at the back post. They're still coming now. Juan with a shot. Oh, good save from Alisson. It's end-to-end. Liverpool have to go for it, and they're open at the back, to be fair. They're still 1-1.
Well, it's quite a conclusion to the afternoon, isn't it?
Can't believe I'm nervous.
It's a good job not being too much to get excited about at the King Power Stadium. It's been a dismal end of the season for Southampton, hasn't it? And it's just getting worse and worse, Alan McAnally.
Yeah, Kieran Watson was here to respond. They just keep conceding goals, and poor goals at that as well. They try to actually keep the pressure on Leicester. And Harvey Barnes clears and gets on the break, does really well. He's looking to play the ball through. Vardy gets it. Takes it across the defender, and Lianco's dying to get back. Vardy's waiting. He knows he's going to slide in. Checks back to his right foot and drills it into the corner. Brilliant for Vardy. He normally scores on the last day of the season. Make that 2-0 the Foxes.
Well, he normally scores most days of the season.
20 minutes to go.
17 for the campaign and 5 in his last 4. As it stands, Manchester City are clinging on to the title, but it's a very tenuous grip indeed. Spurs will be in the Champions League, Manchester United will be in the Europa League, and Burnley will be relegated, but they do still have some
He just shouted 4-2. Is that to
Clinton
Everton?
What happened, Clinton?
Alisson does ever so well, catches the ball and plays it and throws it out to Firmino. It's literally 4-on-2. He picks the wrong pass and plays it to Nouri. Jordan Henderson's going mad at him and saying, pick the right pass. Still 1-1.
Still 1-1 the scoreline, and Manchester City continue to trail by 2 goals. There's another goal at Carrow Road. Doesn't matter a jot as far as the position in the table is concerned. Not a jot. But it does matter to Heung Min Son, one of the most popular players in the game, who right now is going to be winning the Golden Boot soon.
He is, and what a finish this is, Jeff. It was a free kick from the right-hand side. Mora played the ball in, and Norwich parked it. You can see here. So they park clear it, and then it falls to Son. Just cuts inside. What a strike that is, past Crawl. And the players, you can see how much they absolutely adore him. They're all lifting him up. He's been brilliant in this second half and deserves his 2 goals. 5-0 to Tottenham.
He now has 23 Premier League goals. Mo Salah, who is on the pitch at Anfield, has 22 Premier League goals. It could all change, but as it stands at the moment, Heung Min Son will be winning the Golden Boot. Look, we don't want to take any commercial breaks, honestly, but we have to. Be back as soon as we can.
Oh my God.
Well, it's been a bit of a afternoon, isn't it?
I'm going to say, if Liverpool score, I might have to turn over to the match.
Oh yeah, because the match is on.
Oh, Southampton got one back there. That's pointless.
Well, we want them to score. Obviously, it's good that they've got a little bit more time to score. But also, we don't want Manchester City to score. They've got to get 3, ain't they, to win? Or can they just get away with it?
What do you mean? Yeah, no, they need to win. But Liverpool aren't winning at the moment, so.
What do you want from McDonald's? I'm just going to get the order done.
Usual.
Yeah. Chicken nuggets.
Oh, they've got one back.
Oh. Doesn't matter, does it, if Liverpool don't score?
Well, nothing happened during the commercial break. Well, apart from the 2 goals for Leicester from Ward-Prowse and Perez, and Wolves missing an open goal against Liverpool. And the goal at the Etihad, Mats!
And it's 2-1 and they're rolling now, Man City. Great bit of play by Sterling, one of the subs. Great ball to Gundogan, who's just come on, rises at the far post, heads in. It's a great ball by Sterling. All of a sudden, here he takes it on his right, and then Sterling all of a sudden. Stones with a header, and he puts it in the net, and then Stones has just had a header to save. They've made all 3 substitutions now, Jim. So this is the team that have got to go on and win the Premier League.
And they've got 13 minutes at the moment. 13 minutes as it stands. They are still winning the Premier League. Wouldn't it be ironic that City lose at home and Liverpool don't beat Wolves? But Wolves could have been back in front.
Goal!
Clinton.
Oh yeah, Wolves. Yeah, they could have. To be fair, I thought Dawson, you were going to go to Dawson. It was a great opportunity. Jimenez went down the right hand side. He squared. He could have been squaring it. One was there, and he overhit it. Jeff. It was a great opportunity for Wolves to go take the lead. Still 1-1.
And talking of games that are 1-1, takes us to Brentford, Michael Dawson.
It's Sergi Canos.
Oh my God.
You go.
It's Sergi Canos. Brentford are down to 10 men because they've made 3 substitutions. Christopher Ayer's gone off injured, so they're down to 10 men. He goes down the right hand side. It's Weiser. He goes, steps over his back post. Oh my word. Sergi Canos, it's an incredible header. I thought it was game over here. Brentford are down to 10 men. You couldn't see it, but it's an incredible. It's game back on. 1-0. Now Burnley need a goal.
If Burnley score again, Leeds United would be relegated and Burnley would stay up. And you know what's happened at the Etihad, Paul Mercer.
And it's 2-2. And what a goal by Rodri. Zinchenko gets on the left-hand side. He goes past Cash like he's not there. It's not even no by Bandera. He goes past him. Then all of a sudden, get your head up. He does. Picks out Rodri on the edge of the box. What a finish. Passes it into the net. And in a blink of an eye, it's Desmond 2-2.
It is still 2-2, and it means that at the top of the table, City still have the advantage.
Brilliant.
But what it still means, if Liverpool were to score a goal and win the game against Wolves, they can still take the title. Burnley need another goal for survival. A survival that looked unthinkable a few minutes ago when Leeds were winning at Brentford and Newcastle were 2-0 up at Turf Moor. But since then, Brentford have scored, Burnley have scored, and what's happened now, Chris Boyce?
Oh, it's fantastic from Ashley Barnes. He just gets away down this right-hand side and fires a ball. Vinkos takes Lascelles' back post, comes back across him and gets caught and slides in and goes past the far post. Oh, what a chance. That was a golden opportunity. Still 1-2.
Liverpool got 4 tackles
on it. Card at the Community Stadium in Brentford, Michael Dawson.
It's a goal scorer. It's Sergi Canos. They're not just down to 10, they're down to 9. I cannot believe it. I need a replay, Jeff, because I didn't see it. I missed his first yellow card. It's Rafinha down the right.
Hold on. Wolves are in. Wolves are in. 3-on-1.
It was a
Wolves
second
are
yellow
in.
card. Right decision.
Oh my.
Right decision, Jeff. Brentford down to 9.
10 minutes to go still.
Wolves were in 3-on-1, but what happened, Clinton?
What a terrible pass from Wan to Dendoncker. Dendoncker then couldn't sort his feet out and then come back onto his left foot as a shot. And then, it's a good save from Alisson. Hold on. Great tackle from Mane. Ball falls to Trent. Alexander. Firmino. Oh, Diaz can't get on the end of it. Wait, it's still alive, Jeff. What good defending. Wolves have defended ever so well. Still 1-1.
West Ham's dreams of reaching the Europa League, they look to have disappeared. Brighton leading West Ham now by 2-1. Pascal Gross has got that goal. All West Ham fans will be bitterly disappointed, won't you, Bianca?
Yes, Jeff, but to be honest, West Ham haven't deserved anything in this second half. They've been really poor, pedestrian, quite slow going forward. And they're just giving Brighton too much space. They've been lively. They've given good energy, and it was a fantastic goal from Pascal Gross. The ball was given to him across the face of the goal. He turns and absolutely blasts the ball into the back of the net. West Ham on the attack at the moment, but Cresswell's shot is blocked. They trail by 2-1.
What a finish to the season it's been for Brighton. Now Arsenal have got a fifth through Martin Odegaard, and the unthinkable, the unimaginable, the impossible that always seems to happen on the final days of Premier League seasons, particularly at the Etihad Stadium, has happened again, Paul Mercer.
And it's 3-2 to Manchester City. They turned it around. Rodri down the outside to Mings. Mings goes to clear it. Bad touch. Kevin De Bruyne now charges it. He takes the ball and then rolls it across the box. Who's there? Gundogan's there for his second goal. 3-2 and the Premier League title to Manchester City.
3 goals in 5 staggering, astonishing minutes, and Manchester City, who looked on the brink of throwing the title away, are now on the brink of clinching the title for a 4th time in 5 seasons. They are 9 minutes away. Pep Guardiola is stalking the touchline now. He was doom and gloom earlier on, but now he's absolutely ecstatic. Let's go and find out what's happening down at the bottom of the table, shall we? Let's go and find out, first of all, what's happening in the game between Burnley and Newcastle. Burnley with a real lifeline because Brentford have equalised. They're down to 9 men. We're going to hear more in a moment about that Sergi Canos red card. But our Burnley pressing boys.
Yes, so just one cleared off the line. It's Matt Taggart who gets back on the line. It's a shot from Jack Cork. It goes back in. It's a good play. Free kick in the box. Archie Barnes knocks it down. It's laid off by Maxwell Conley. I've just watched a free kick. It's away. Conley lays it off. Jack Cork runs in and passes it, tries to pass it. The far corner. Taggart goes back and headers it off the line. Burnley are putting Newcastle under pressure. Corner kick right now that Aaron Lennon will take. Still 1-2.
Sergi Canos sent off for what? You've seen the 2 yellows now.
His celebration, he scored the header, he run off, he run into the crowd, shirt off. A minute later, he's running down, Rafinha's running down the touchline, and it's a tackle straight across. It's his second yellow card. Paul Tierney has no option whatsoever. I do not know what he's doing, celebrating like that, and then a minute later, make the tackle. Right decision.
Absolutely correct decision, but for Brentford, who've already lost players to injury, now they're down to 9 men, and time is running out. Let's go off to Stamford Bridge and hear about this equalising goal. In terms of the Premier League, Watford's goose is cooked, but try telling that to Dan Gosling. JD.
Jeff, honestly, football is such a weird game. Yes, the Watford have just scored and they just equalised. A wonderful ball from Adam Messina on the left-hand side. And Dan Gosling curling around as he's done his whole career at the back stick, making himself a goal-scoring midfielder as he does. And he's gone off to celebrate with the Watford fans, as rightfully so. But honestly, the biggest cheer today have been 2 things. Tony Rudiger saying goodbye, of course, going to Real Madrid in the summer. And they were cheering and screaming about Steven Gerrard here when Man City have turned it around. So we can hear what's happening elsewhere in the Premier League. And obviously I'm going to hand back to you because the excitement as we conclude this season is going to be brilliant.
23 goals for Hung Min Son this season. And Liverpool, well, have they got 23 as well for Salah now?
Yeah, they have. It's 2-1.
It's not going to make a dog of the fucking
Matip headed, he was cleared off the line, and then there was a scramble. You can see here, Matip cleared off the line, and then eventually it comes to Mo Salah. It's a knockdown again, and Salah turns on it and puts it into the bottom corner. There will be another big chance for Villa. There will be another big chance for Villa. Still 2-1 Liverpool.
If Villa were to equalise, of course, the title would be Liverpool's. As it is, the title is Manchester City. As it is, Burnley are being relegated, but they are throwing the proverbial kitchen sink. Or they were a moment or two ago. What's happened, Boydie?
Oh, as Callum Wilson went off shot there, was the edge of the box, a mistake. I think it was from long. Callum Wilson was able to run, get shot away, it was easily saved, but it's all Burnley now, Jeff. It's 3 or 4 corners in a row there as well. They're asking questions of Newcastle defensively, but they can't just keep lumping big balls forward. Lascelles, Dan Burn, that's what they want. They need to get it down the sides and try and whip balls across the front. That's where the chance came from. Wakehorse, he missed it, but they've got to keep going. It's still 1-2.
Villa not quite done and dusted just yet at the Etihad, Merce.
No, good defending. Cash down the right-hand side, whipped it across, and it's good clearance. They defended well there, Man City. They're still buzzing there. The place is absolutely rocking. But a Villa goal, and Liverpool win the league.
Yeah, absolutely. Meanwhile, Leeds need some insurance. They're safe as it stands at the moment. But if Burnley were to equalise, Leeds would be relegated. The Leeds travelling faithful. They can hardly bear to watch Jesse March is on the touchline. He's extremely animated. He's waving his side forward, not just to cling on to what they've got. What's happening, Dawes?
He doesn't know where to stick or twist. He doesn't know whether we take a draw and then we see what goes on at Burnley. They're still going. Brentford are down to 9 men, but they're having to go, to be fair to him, Jeff. They're hanging in here.
How are Brentford down to 9 men? I'm so confused.
And Strook's on. They've made changes. They're just showing him. I think, look where Jesse March is going. We'll take a point and we'll gamble that Burnley don't get a second. Still 1-1.
Will Burnley get that second goal? Time is ticking away, to say the least. It's ticking far too quickly for the likes of Michael Jackson, but they're on the front foot again, Boydie.
Yeah, they're going forward right now. They got away with one there. It was Grimaresh who had a great opportunity. Almiron drove into the box and just played a little nice reverse pass, and he lost his footing at the wrong time, and it ended up Burnley get the ball back. But they're on the counter-attack right now. Burnley, Newcastle have ended up getting men behind the ball again. They're going to have to quickly, as I said, move it from side to side and try and get in behind them, because putting those big balls in, Burn and Lascelles are just clearing it. But still 2-1.
The FA Trophy final, by the way, Bromley 1, Wrexham 0. Michael Cheek in the 63rd minute. Ross Barkley's making his 100th Chelsea appearance today, and he's celebrating with a goal, JD.
Yeah, Jeff, he's come off the bench and he's actually been really impactful in finding the cute little spaces behind the striker. And the ball came down the right-hand side and Reece James has absolutely skinned the fullback inside out. But it isn't just that, and this is really the separation of Reece James's game lately. It's his delivery to the outside of the boot, and Ross Barkley, as he's done his whole career, 8 yards out, wonderful header. Nice and easy for him as an attacking midfielder. And probably the biggest cheer today, I know I didn't give Chelsea fans enough credit because they were celebrating Man City doing their turnaround, but they did give a massive cheer to Ross Barkley as he scored another goal. 2-1 down Header Bridge.
Michael Jackson and every Burnley fan have got their heads in their hands, Chris Boyd.
Oh, it's a great ball in from Taylor on this left-hand side. Vikos does really well. He drags Lascelles away from the front post. That leaves a little bit of space. And Maxwell Conley with a header, but just heads it straight into the Braithwaite's hands, and he's managed to pick it up. Still 1-2.
Go back to the top of the table. Titles going Manchester City's way. Have Villa got anything left to offer, Merce?
Oh, Young's just come on. They just had pump in the ball. Can you? Flick on, he's flicked it on. And it's cleared again, and it's cleared. They're just defending now, trying to clear it, and they have. Still 3-2.
Other end of the table, and back to the community stadium where Leeds had a chance to put things to bed doors.
It should have been done and dusted. Junior Firpo gets in a great position. They've had to drop off Brentford. It's a great pass by Harrison. He plays it down the left-hand side. He gets to the byline. He only has to pull it back across. There's Rodrigo in there, there's a click in there, he comes back all the way to Rafinha and he just opens his body and puts it out for a goal kick. There should have been 2-1 up, it's not, it's 1-1. David Raya is playing for time, I think they're down to 9 men.
Burnley are going to launch it again. Oh, there's going to be a substitution in the meantime. Newcastle trying to down on the clock. Let's instead we'll go back up to the Etihad Stadium where Pep's taking advantage of a couple of minutes break to give some pretty fierce instructions out for him.
Yeah, to Cancelo, he's just telling him, he's screaming in his face, trying to get his concentration levels, keep it tight at the back. They're minutes away, probably 5 minutes including injury time away from a 4th Premier League title in 5 years.
Go.
Meanwhile, there is another goal at Anfield, but every goal that goes in there is just a consolation as far as Liverpool are concerned, unless, of course, Villa could score at the Etihad. Clinton.
Yeah, it was Andy Robertson. It was good play down the left-hand side. The ball eventually comes to Roberto Firmino, and he does well. He cuts it back. You'll see it here. Good play here. Eventually, and Robertson starts it, plays it to Firmino. He cuts it back to him. Good finish into the far corner. Game, set, and match. 3-1.
Danny Welbeck, we talked about him, his 5th consecutive game in a row in the Premier League, his longest run this season. He's on the score sheet, and Brighton lead West Ham United by 3-1, and there's no fairy tale finish to the season with David Moyes' side. They've played a lot of games. They will be in the Europa Conference next season. They're just running down the clock at the Etihad Stadium, and nothing's happened since the last time we went there. Let's instead go back to the game that Leeds United are battling away at against 9 men. Brentford, surely against 9 men, they must be controlling, aren't they, Dawes?
No, they're not, Jeff, because Brentford, they're not just sitting in. They have nothing to play for. They're having to go up and down, it's end to end, and you keep thinking, can Leeds hit on the account? It's a final pass, final decision. You know what happens with pressure? They're making the wrong ones. Still 1-1.
4 added minutes at Manchester City. City leading at the moment by 3-2, having been 2-0 behind in that game. Michael Jackson's got his arms crossed at the moment. He's shaking his head. He looks a disconsolate figure. He's trying to give it a good shot in the last few minutes. They've got going too late, but they know even now an added time goal would be their salvation. Chris Boyd.
I think he's unhappy with the 4 minutes added on. I think he thought it should be a lot more than that, but his team are trying to throw everything at Newcastle. Newcastle have been able to clear it so far. They've another opportunity there. Newcastle, Callum Wilson, he probably should have just kept the ball, but he decided to take a shot on, go for his hat-trick. And over there, Gimenez has just robbed McNeil.
He's going down up in a car looking for a house.
No, he's slipped. Newcastle still... No, that managed to... No, I thought it was clear that it's now ended up at Matt Ritchie on the left-hand side. Newcastle still got the ball. Burnley need to get it back. They obviously need that goal. Newcastle, he's in. Oh, just over hit it. Bruno Gimenez. It's out for a goal kick. Burnley need to get this ball forward and in the box if they're going to survive. Still 1-2.
Brighton have beaten West Ham 3-1. Leicester have got a 4th. Jose Perez helped himself to a couple this afternoon. The ball's gone out of play down at the community stadium, and I could hardly believe my eyes that Jesse Marsch rushed to get it back in.
I agree with you, Jeff. I can't believe it because Leeds are dominating now. Edge of the box. Rafinha's had a long shot. 25 yards out, shoots it into David Raya, goes straight down his throat. Not too sure. Don't get me wrong, if Burnley go and score, but he was straight in. He was rushing on because you think the patience. It only takes one counter-attack from Brentford, which they're sitting in now in their defence. They've only got 9 players, so they're not managing to chase around the end of the season. The tie. David Raya's going long as we speak. Still 1-1.
Arsenal beat Everton by 5-1. There's going to be more added time to play in the game at the Etihad, Merce.
Yeah, and Edison's injured. He's still in goal, but he's just had treatment. He doesn't look right. Problem is, they can't get up the other end, Villa, and they can't even get the ball. Ball's in the other corner of the half of West of Aston Villa, sorry, and they got a corner. This will be it. They can't get the ball off them.
Can't get the ball off them at the moment. Liverpool are helpless. They lead by 3-1. Burnley are pretty helpless at the moment as well. They've got to get the ball forward. They have to score in the remaining seconds at Turf Moor, or their 5 seasons in the Premier League is over, and people maybe point the finger. Was it the right thing to part company with Sean Dyche? It's all guesswork. Here they come again.
Is that? Oh my word! Oh my days! What a chance that was as well! He ends up. What a chance that was for Conley. The flags went up. I don't know if it was the first attempt, the second attempt, the third attempt. There was a stramash in that box there, but you know they've already put Tarkowski up front as well with Barnes. Vikos, yeah, he's offside. It's a correct decision in the end up. It wouldn't have counted if it went in, but Burnley have thrown absolutely everything at Newcastle, but so far Newcastle have stood up to 1-2.
Leeds fans are on their feet applauding their side because the ball is at the right end of the field as far as they're concerned, Dawes.
It is. It's a corner to Leeds. Rafinha comes back out. No! It's safe. Leeds United have got another year in the Premier League. It's a corner. I'm thinking, why is he putting it in the back of the net? He whips it in. He's heading out to the edge of the box. Jack Harrison, that wonderful left foot. He comes in, whips it into the bottom corner. It erupts. Jesse March.
Is it I'm doing the right one? No.
Scored the last time the title was won here at Anfield.
Hang on, it's 4-3.
Well, it's a deflection on the way that beats David Raya. There were a couple of players standing offside, but I don't think they were interfering. I'm not sure they were in the goalkeeper's eye line. That's what VAR will look at.
Well, they're looking at the VAR there.
And if this stands, Leeds are in the Premier League next season. You see the 2 players off. Rodrigo in the middle is the closest one to getting in the way of the keeper. But it would be harsh in the extreme if that's disallowed.
Yeah, guys, man, it's over at Man City.
The check
That's a shame,
is
isn't it?
complete. The goal will stand. And the full-time whistle has gone at Burnley. And now from the Leeds United fans here, we are staying up. Not said with hope, not said with expectation, but said with a sense of sure reality, because it is fact. Look at the joy on Jack Harrison's face, the man that's been through some bad times with them, and now enjoying a fantastic moment. Well, a season that started badly for Leeds United with a record opening day defeat has ended in the sweetest of styles with their first win for 72 years at Brentford. George VI was on the throne the last time they won here. Well, they've won here now, and it's a win that means so much to so many people in West Yorkshire. Goodness me, all season they've seemed to do it the hard way. All season. From the departure of Bielsa to the unlikely appointment of Jesse Marsh, to the seeming safety at Watford, to the impending doom as the days have gone on, and Everton got safe and Burnley looked like they got safe. All Burnley had to do on the final day was
They made a pitch invasion or not?
against an already safe Newcastle, and they were
So
safe.
the Leeds fans
They
were on
could
the
not
pitch, even
manage
though it's
that.
not at their ground.
Leeds needed to win here. They certainly could. These, Alan, are sweet scenes indeed for Leeds United. Aren't they just? It looked like the wheels had come off at just the wrong time. They'd spent very little time in that bottom 3, but they were getting players sent off. They were losing their composure. It looked like belief had seeped out of them. But they showed plenty of belief out here today, helped by the couple of sendings off for Brentford. A Brentford side that weren't really at it. They were fortunate in that respect, but so pleased for Eddie Gray, so pleased for all those Leeds players. And for Jesse Marsh, who hasn't completely convinced everybody in South Yorkshire, but great scenes here.
Well, the Leeds fans who came here expecting probably heartbreak, disappointment, were ready to be angry, were ready for recriminations. Park all that. It's celebrations for Jesse Marsh. Heck, they might even be marching on together. They were starting to turn last week when it looked like defeat against Brighton would consign them to a return to the Championship. What a long time a week is in football. Leeds United with another season in the Premier League. And they've done it without so many players. Patrick Bamford, 17 goals last season. So important. He's missed pretty much the whole of this campaign. Calvin Phillips missing 3 months. Liam Cooper missing 3 months. Stuart Dallas, who hardly missed a minute, breaking his leg, but still managing to get out for the celebrations. And well might he. It's the band of brothers from Elland Road who've been very nearly split apart by infighting. All those goals they've conceded.
It's about keeping the best players, isn't it? Phillips, Rafinha, Patrick Bamford, back fit, and building
I'm just
up now for next season.
has it said anything yet?
Flirting with relegation quite so closely.
Oh, how? It's down to Villa. They're the ones that fucked it up. Yeah, Steven Gerrard has nothing to do with it. He's bloody silent.